Good morning, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to say today is December the 11th, and I am back in the beautiful country of Grenada. Flew in yesterday. Took quite a bit in order to get here, as far as paperwork and COVID test, PCR test, all that kind of good stuff. But God is good, and here I am back on the island. Let me tell you a little bit about the journey. So, as you all know, I had tested positive for COVID-19 on November the 8th, and within the 10 days of that, I was released in Lake Charles to go back to work. I was able to work for about a week and a half, I believe, maybe 1 week, and then they released everybody in Lake Charles through Samaritan's Purse to come home for Thanksgiving weekend. So that was my last weekend in the States. I was not allowed to fly back to Grenada because in order to come into Grenada, you have to have a negative PCR test within 72 hours upon the time that you depart the States in your plane. So that being said, I went to Idaho. Had a wonderful Thanksgiving with my family, with my mom. My mom and I really had a good time. I was able to do a lot of things on the farm and just be able to help out and spend some good time with my mom and my son. My son was there. So I got some great time, multiple days with Tristan and Emily. Emily is Tristan's girlfriend, and it was wonderful getting to meet her and just getting to hang out with them and spend some good family time. So I really enjoyed that. So in order for me to get back to Grenada, like I said, you had to have a negative PCR test. So I took a PCR test, and it was about 2 weeks after I had arrived, a week and a half after I arrived. Sorry about the dates, guys. I'm sorry. So, and the PCR test was negative. But it took about 4 days for me to get the results, just due to how they had to send it off to a lab, and that wouldn't fly for what Grenada required in order to apply to come back. So I had to find another place. I had to go to the hospital there in Moscow in order to get a COVID test, a PCR COVID test, that where I could get the results back in 24 hours. So I booked my flight, I did all of that, and I went in and took the PCR test again, knowing that it was going to be negative. I knew it in my heart. So I went in, and sure enough, 24 hours later, I got the results and negative PCR test. Awesome. At that point, it was a mad dash because I had to apply to the country of Grenada in order to get an acceptance letter in order to come into the country. I had to have a copy of that PCR test, and I had to have accommodations booked to quarantine while I'm in Grenada for 7 days. All of that being said, my wife, amazing lady that she is, she went and booked my accommodations, made all the applications, and was still working at the same time. So I mean, you know how Arlene is. She's an amazing woman. So she got all that taken care of for me, and I got the copy of the PCR. I fly out Wednesday morning. I fly out of Spokane through Dallas and then into Miami. I arrived in Miami at 11:30 at night. Actually, it was about midnight in Miami, and got a hotel room, stayed the night there, got back in the morning, and flew out of Miami, coming to Grenada. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. So times were good. The airport was a little bit interesting as far as how you had to navigate through everything. I had to take my COVID test and my application approval before and get that verified before I could even get my ticket to get on the plane. So long lines in Miami, heavy bags, all that kind of stuff. I got everything verified. I got to my gate, to my boarding gate, and everything checked through just fine. I had no hitches once I got to that boarding gate. I got on the plane. When I got off of the plane, you have to take all the paperwork that they give you, and it has to be filled out correctly. You have to show proof of your accommodation, so where I'm staying for the next 7 days. You have to show the approval code from your application to the country of Grenada, and you have to present your negative COVID test, all to the authorities when you get off the plane. They have that all set up in the airport, and so once that was all gone through and approved, then I could go through customs, and they asked me how long I'm going to be here, where I'm staying, all of those kinds of questions. So got that all approved, got my bags, and then they have very strict and specific accommodations as far as taxi service to get to where you're going to quarantine. So they got that figured out. I was delivered on time and right to the University Club, which is where I'm at right now. I am in room 10 of the University Club here at SGU, the end of Lansapine. I'll give you a little view of what it looks like out here. So this is my view, my accommodations for the next 7 days. It's beautiful out here, so I love it. I have my own kitchenette. Got some clouds just blowing through right now, but I'm on the ocean, so I can hear the waves from this balcony right here that I'm sitting on from my little patio stoop, and it's just really, really good to be back. I saw Arlene. I'm not allowed to give her a hug or anything. I can't touch her or be next to her, social distancing and all that. But she was here at the University Club dropping off tons of stuff for me, like food and just everything, really. So just to make me feel, back at home and warm at heart. So that was awesome. I'm so appreciative. I would have loved to have given her a big hug, but I'll have to wait a few days. So today is day 1 of my quarantine here in Grenada, and I'm excited about that. So at least I can be out on the patio here, enjoying the view, the sounds of the ocean, the wind, just a little breeze. It's a blessing. I'm so thankful to God for bringing me here safely, and we can get back to our mission right here in Grenada. So that will start as soon as I get out of this quarantine. So I hope all is well with you guys. Thank you for following. Thank you. Be sure to like and subscribe. We need you subscribing on this channel so we can get the word out what's going on here in Grenada. So please like, subscribe, and keep track of us. We post every week a new video of what's going on and the missionary work that we're doing here in Grenada, as well as what I've done over in Lake Charles and some of that. So a lot more to come. Thank you. We love you. God bless you. Take care.